Hello and welcome to today's tutorial on how to use Kami on the Chromebook. So this is going to be a resource you can use to annotate and mark up files, especially PDFs or documents that might not be as easy to type in. This gives you the option to draw into and write with your hand with a stylus. So one way to get to it is we can go to the Kami extension using this pinned link up here, and it's going to open up Kami and allow you to access your Google Drive. So when I go to open file, I can go to Google Drive, and this is going to bring up your Google Drive folders. So I made a folder here to go over a couple documents. So the first one I want to open up is one that students will need to use potentially, depending on your teacher, to agree to the science safety. So when it opens up in Kami, you're going to see a bunch of tools over here. So one of them that you can use is the drawing tool. So you can choose an ink, pick one depending on what you're trying to accomplish. Here I picked black for the signature. And so I'm scrolling through. These are the different science safety rules. And this is where you would have to fill in for Kami. So with the drawing tool, there's a spot for signature. So one option you have is that you could actually use the tool then and I'm just writing into the program using a stylus. That's one option. If you go to the select, you can actually then click in here, and there are places to type in to fill in the form digitally. So there's annotation tools with text. Then here I have it set up that you can simply check certain things depending on what you want to answer. When you are done, you would then want to download a copy of your file with annotations. And for students, if you choose your computer, I think it'll default to your drive, but the easiest way to do it is to go to your drive. You can name the file here to make it easier to identify, and then export. Then you would simply have to go find your document within your drive so that you're able to submit it as needed. Waiting. So now we can open Drive. So here it saved it in the same folder that it already was in. So that's kind of a nice option. And then you could rename that to fit it to what it is. Now, while we're in here, this is another way that you could get to Kami. If you right-click a file and go to Open With and choose Annotate with Kami, you can go right to it from your Google Drive as well. So all of the tools that'll be available in Kami, you can access both going directly to Kami or using the Open With option from Google Drive to be able to get to that. It does take a little bit of time. As you see, my internet's a little bit slow right now, but it's a nice option that allows you to handwrite and annotate. The only trick is you have to download the completed file so that you have the annotation saved in your document. We'll just double check and let this load a little bit longer. So here with the tools, what might be kind of fun, if the tools come up, we're waiting. There we go. So with that drawing tool with something like this, if you wanted to pick some fun, you could have a little kind of digital art. So I'm using the stylus here now. I was using my mouse. But there's ways that you can use the tools to annotate or draw as needed to complete assignments.